So there was this kid, and he had difficulty socializing. He had difficulty sparking up conversations with people. So he was often the wallflower, the introvert in his young age in school, and probably as he grew up throughout this time. And so the people responsible for him, his guardians, and the people who took care of him, the teachers, they told him to read more, and they told him to learn more and to educate better, and that would help uh, contribute to better conversation, and therefore more people are going to be in a social circle. And he started learning, and he started reading, and he started understanding, and he started taking time to process what he understood. You see, reading isn't enough. You can't just have books. I mean, there are people who read books, and then there are people who read books and think about them, and there are people who read books and think about them and form their own ideas. So there are different kinds of people. So the kid, as he learned more, he realized that the need to learn more is ever growing. It's not really stopping. It's not really stopping at a point where he could just say, okay, that's enough. Now I can be a very social, very outgoing person. No, he couldn't. He couldn't stop acquiring knowledge because he realized he didn't know enough to comment on one thing properly. And every time he sparked conversation with the knowledge he acquired, he was even more cornered, he was even more pushed away because it sounded strange. Because conversations were not in the same realm as what he thought it would be. And he became even more shy, he became even more reserved, he became even more quiet, and people started to, now that he is an adult, people have started to call him from an introvert wallflower, he became a inefficient, or he became a little off. But the reality is, for him, he reached a point where he learned that it's not really about conversations. He realized that the more he took effort to actually understand people and share what is valuable and care with feelings that are beyond superficial, he became more and more alienated. So he wondered, maybe, especially today, it's a crazy world out there, and there are times I think, and I bet the kid started to think, maybe it was better to stay stupid, because stupid sells. Stupid sells easily, way easily. So, and stupid, I don't mean it in a derogatory way. But stupid sells, just not knowing enough sells. Saying something wrong sells, making a mistake sells. But the plight to sound correct in the information that you're going to give is complex. It's not relatable. It's not understandable. So maybe, unless you are absolutely comfortable with who you are, unless you're absolutely comfortable with the fact that you would more often be alone than with anybody. Don't care too much. Don't care to understand too much. Don't care to think too much. Don't. How could I possibly say that obviously? So let's put it the other way around. If you are somebody who cares too much, if you're somebody who understands too much, funny thing is, there are times you would do all that and you would still doubt if you don't care enough, you don't understand enough, and that's a problem. That's a problem we face. And that's a problem we cannot talk about it. So maybe you have to realize you don't have to talk about it. You could talk about it to yourself. You could reflect those ideas to yourself, and you should find fulfillment within yourself.